common story really, in that I was recently become a mum. My daughters, I've got 2 daughters, they were quite young. I think lots of people pick up crochet at that point. And I'd seen some pictures of crochet blankets for like to go over toddlers in pushchairs, and I thought they were stripy, really lovely bright colours, and I thought, oh, I'd love to make one of those. So that's really what inspired me to have a go. I never actually made a blanket like that. I got completely distracted by lots of other amazing patterns and designs. So who knows, one day maybe I will make one. But that was what inspired me to learn, really, was seeing those stripy, bright, colourful stripy blankets. It was a bit hit and miss learning to crochet. I taught myself really from books. It didn't occur to me to look on YouTube at the time. I imagine there were tutorials there then, but I wasn't a big YouTube user. So yeah, it was from books really. And I must admit my first attempts were not great at all. And I was doing it wrong for quite a long time. And then my daughter was interested in learning to crochet, seeing what I was making, which was not good at all, but she was still inspired to learn. And so we got a children's book, Learn How to Crochet. And from there, I actually learned how to do it properly. So it was quite fortuitous, really, that she was interested and we got that book. But yeah, since then I have used lots of YouTube tutorials for more advanced techniques now, having discovered YouTube. But I still really enjoy like a step-by-step photo tutorial. I like the slower pace as well. I find that can be really helpful. But yeah, mixture of methods really. I don't have my first attempts at crochet because they weren't necessarily recognizable as being crochet. The first thing I can properly remember making was just a really big granny square blanket, one granny square that just grew and grew and grew. And I don't still have it. I think I must have given it away to charity. It was a bit wiggly and yeah, not the best blanket. And my blanket collection grew very fast, so I wasn't able to keep them all. So no, I don't still have the first thing. I think though my favourite thing is probably one of my earliest blanket designs that I made. There's one called the Midnight Diamond blanket, which it's made of solid granny squares with tapestry crochet colour work, and as you join the squares together, they sort of link together and create a bigger pattern than just the pattern on the squares itself. And I think that design almost seemed to just create itself. I think that's probably my the thing that my proudest crochet make is that one. Yeah, if anyone wants to have a look, the pattern for that, you can see it on my website, Catherinecrochets.com, and all my other patterns are there too. My favourite crochet stitch, it depends what I'm making really. I think you can't beat a half treble crochet. That's a really good one for lots of different things. I really like that. I learned a new one for the Santa's Workshop blanket, which I really like. I think it would need to be used in really special places though, and that's in the border, so you'll get to that towards the end of the crochet along. But that one was a really special stitch that I really enjoyed. But yeah, for special places. I suppose weaving in ends is a bit boring, but often that means if I'm doing them as I go along, which I try to do, then I feel quite virtuous. If I don't and I leave them all until the end, then it means that I've got to the end of the project, and I'm normally quite motivated just to, normally, not always, quite motivated just to sew them all in so that the whole thing's finished. So it's one of my least favourite parts, but I try and just get on with it really and get them done. think my top tip would be take your time. It's a hobby. It's supposed to be for fun. There's no pressure. Just enjoy it. Relax, make yourself comfortable, take your time. If something's tricky, ask someone for help, look up a tutorial online, and make things that you really want to make. Just don't put pressure on yourself, and just enjoy it, really. I've had several, yeah. I think one of my biggest crochet disasters was when I made a beautiful shawl, and it was made with a wool yarn, and sillily I put it in the washing machine, and when it came out it had felted, and yeah, it was completely ruined. So all those hours of work were spoilt. So that would be my biggest crochet disaster. But obviously I learned a very important lesson then, not to risk putting projects made with wool in the washing machine. I'm a little bit on both teams. I'm not a perfectionist on absolutely everything by any means. I think crochet is great because it's really easy. If you've made a small mistake and you realize it later, you're missing a stitch or something, you can quite often sneak in an extra stitch and no one's ever going to notice, and you'll probably never ever be able to find it again where you did that. So yeah, where it's not noticeable or not a big deal, I'm all for fudging it and taking the easy option. However, if it's important, then I would frog it and sort it out if it's making a big difference and it's crucial. So I'm a bit on both teams, really. My favourite Christmas carol is, I'm quite a fan of In the Bleak Midwinter. I think that's a really beautiful carol. One of my favourite ones to sing along to is probably Deck the Halls. The fa la 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 bit is really super fun to sing. I really enjoy that one. My favourite Christmas movie is It's Gotta Be Love Actually. We watch that nearly every year, I think, in the run up to Christmas, and it just gets us feeling lovely and Christmassy and thinking about London and the Christmas lights, and yeah, it's just a really feel good Christmas film. I really enjoy that one. I think my favourite part of Christmas is just meeting up together with family and friends and spending time together and just having a good laugh and all the good food and just spending time together as a family, really, and having a really good, really nice time. I think eating the Christmas food, probably. It's got to be up there with family again. It's nice going out to the theatre, going out in London, seeing the London Christmas lights as well. That's always really special. I think those are my favourite things to do at Christmas time. I like a kind of mixed approach. Anything goes. I like decorations on the tree that have a bit of memory or meaning behind them. I like homemade decorations that the kids have made perhaps when they were younger, decorations that I've made. I've got decorations as well that other friends and family have made on our tree. So there's not really like a colour scheme. It's probably to the more traditional colours on the whole, like reds and greens, silvers and golds, that sort of thing. But there's other colours too. We like to add to the collection of Christmas decorations each year, so we'll quite often go shopping to a garden centre or somewhere like that as a family and pick one or two new decorations to add to the tree each year. So no, there's no overall look or theme, and we don't pick a colour scheme each year or anything like that. I think when I'm thinking about childhood Christmases, I just remember all the family coming together, squishing together around the dining table and having a lovely Christmas lunch together. Some people perched on stools and things if we haven't got enough chairs. But yeah, just it's all about family and coming together and sharing a meal and a laugh and good times together. Well, my number one wish, if I could have it, would be all the time in the world to spend crocheting. But I think even Father Christmas can't deliver that. So there's not too many other things on my list. I like quite sort of simple things, really. Some new books, new pair of socks, maybe a bit of new yarn to play with as well. Yeah, not too much. It's just all about Christmas for me. It's all about really just spending time with family and eating nice food as well. My first festive crochet, it's hard to be sure. I think it was a blanket. I designed a blanket called the Winter Star blanket, which is lots of solid granny squares, each with a star in them. I like a mixture. I try and make something new and Christmassy each year. Some years it might be something big like a blanket or medium size like a cushion. But if I haven't got time for that, then I always try and make at least one little Christmas decoration, hanging decoration, normally something like that to add to the Christmas tree. It's on my list to make a Christmas jumper. I really like the sort of Fair Isle style design. So one year maybe I'll make one, but I think I would have to start that in really good time before Christmas to make sure that it was ready in time. I tend to wait until the last minute perhaps, and wouldn't necessarily have time to finish one. So that would need a bit of advanced planning, I think. Usually, I leave it a bit late, and not until things get properly Christmassy. That's when I start thinking about making some Christmas crochet. So possibly end of November, early December, when there's only a few weeks left, really. Although I am trying to get better, and especially with bigger projects, if I'm planning one of those, then I will start it earlier. And obviously, designing the Santa's Workshop blanket for Sirdar, I started that well in advance. There were lots of early deadlines, so that was really good for making sure it was ready well in advance for Christmas. So the Santa's Workshop blanket, it's inspired by those sort of traditional Santa's Workshop themes where you've got lots of toys being made, traditional toys like cars and boats and teddy bears, quite possibly a train set, presents all lined up, wrapped and ready to go. You might have Santa's nice list where he's planning out his deliveries, and then the whole workshop is decorated with lots of festive foliage and red and white stripes. So that's where the top and bottom panels come from. And then the elves themselves, I imagine they might be wearing a sort of Christmas jumper, perhaps with a Fair Isle pattern, and that's the sort of inspiration between the side panels as well. So there's lots of cozy texture, festive colours, bright, colourful toys, and obviously it's all on a train because the train set is quite an iconic Christmas image as well. So I think the blanket will probably be especially appealing to those who have children around, possibly a new baby. It's such a, I think, unique design that it's something that could be brought out each year and really become a sort of significant part of the Christmas memories for a family. But I think as well, it's quite a traditional idea, Santa's Workshop, so hopefully it's something that could be enjoyed by all people, really. So with Santa's Workshop, you start with some quite easy stitches, and the video tutorials take you through exactly how to do them all step by step at a nice slow pace. So even if you're quite new to crochet still, can follow along, and every time there's a new stitch or technique introduced, we show you exactly how to do that in the videos tutorials. So you can build up your skills step by step each week as each new technique is introduced into the blanket. It's also a really great chance to sort of ramp up your skills quite quickly and try lots of different methods and techniques and see which ones click with you, which ones you enjoy most, and then you can explore those further in future projects as well. So one thing that we've tried to do with this crochet along is make the tutorials really comprehensive and slow. So you might see that the tutorials are perhaps a bit longer than you've seen in the past, but that's because we really take things slow and step by step, so that no matter what level of crochet you are, whatever your experience and knowledge is, you'll be shown exactly how to do each stitch and technique right from the beginning at a nice slow pace. If you're new, you can rewind and watch sections of the tutorials as many times as you want. If you're a bit more experienced and you want to skip ahead, there's going to be chapters on all of the videos, so you can easily find the section of each tutorial with the specific part of the pattern for that week that you want help with, if you don't need every single part of the tutorial. Even if you haven't picked up a crochet hook, you could definitely dive in and have a go with this pattern. You start with a simple chain, a slip knot, even the slip knot that you start with right at the beginning, we show you how to do that. So you would advance through the skills very quickly, but lots of beginners have tried Sirdar crochet alongs before and have made a massive success of them. So I think it would be an intensive crash course and really ramp up your crochet skills really quickly. As I mentioned, there's a lot of different stitches and techniques in the blanket. So even if you've been crocheting for a long time and have made lots of projects already, hopefully there's still something new in here for you to learn, a new stitch or a new technique that you haven't tried before. And just the fun of crocheting along with lots of people, the anticipation of the new bit of the pattern each week, making friends, connecting with other crocheters all around the world as you make this blanket and create this keepsake that you'll be able to keep and enjoy every Christmas for years to come. So there are a few parts of the blanket where whether you're left-handed or right-handed affects how you do them, simply because left-handers and right-handers start from opposite ends of a row when you're crocheting the crochet in the opposite direction. So most of the pattern is exactly the same whichever hand you use to crochet, and in the few parts where it's different, we've provided separate instructions for those who are left-handed compared to those who are right-handed. One thing to note is that left-handed crocheters, the train section of the blanket will be a mirror image, so your train and track will be in the opposite direction. But other than that, everything's covered in the pattern, and whether you're left-handed or right-handed, you'll still be able to follow along and make the blanket with the pattern and the tutorial. So I have a website, Catherinecrochets.com, where you can find out FAQs about this crochet along. I'll be posting tips each week to help you with each section of the pattern, and you can also explore all my other designs and patterns if you're interested in those. I'm on Instagram and Facebook as Catherinecrochets as well, so do feel free to come and follow me there if you'd like to. Head to the Sirdar website where you can buy the official yarn kit, which has all the yarn that you need to make the blanket, plus 1 or 2 extra special goodies for the crochet along as well. You can also sign up there, so if you put in your email, you'll get an email each week with a link to the pattern for that week and the video tutorials as well. If you're joining in after the crochet along has started, then all the links to the patterns and tutorials will be on that web page as well. And finally, there's also a link there where you can join the Sirdar Facebook group, where there are thousands of other crocheters from all over the world who take part in Sirdar crochet alongs, share their progress, share tips and advice, and generally get to know each other and enjoy lots of crochet chat. Am I on the naughty list or the nice list? That's hard to say, isn't it? I'd like to think I'm on the nice list. It's been quite a good year, I think. There's been 1 or 2 mishaps with parking tickets and scratching the car, so we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, hopefully I'm on the nice list.